Welcome you all to Sri Lectures YouTube channel. So in this video we will discuss about magnetic field density H due to circular link. So in previous lectures with respect to magnetostatic field we discussed introduction to magnetostatic field, then followed by Biot-Savart law, then we derive the expression for magnetic field density due to straight conductor. So this is fourth video in magnetostatic field. So consider a ring of radius rho and carrying a current I as shown in figure below. So now main aim is to find H value at this point. We need to find the H value, magnetic field intensity, at this point P due to current carrying circular loop. So we have the circular loop of radius rho and current carried by the loop is I, and we are considering small differential element dl along the circular loop. Now the line joining between the origin, this is the origin to the element dl is rho, and line joining point between differential element dl and the point at which H determined is taken as r. Yes. So with respect to point P we have two component, that is along z direction we have dhz, along rho circular direction we have, radial direction we have dh rho. So the flux direction corresponding to this current carrying loop is given in the figure. So in the mid portion the flux path is like this, at the two end of the circular loop we have the flux pattern like this. So the aim is to find out H value at the point P. Point P is located from the figure, point P is located at the height of H meter from the origin. So H meter from the plane of the ring along the axis that is z axis. So now by Ampere's circuital law, dh at the point P contributed by the current element IDL is given by dh is equal to IDL cross R divided by 4 pi R cube. So this is considered as equation number 1. So now from figure we can find the value of R. So what is the method? From the figure, so we need to apply the vector algebra logic here. So we need to assume the direction over the triangle. So along the direction we are assuming the direction is clockwise direction. So suppose assume direction and direction of quantity increasing direction are same, that is considered as positive. Suppose the direction are opposite means we consider as negative. So considering with respect to this line, the height is z, along A is z. So here both are along the same direction, so taken as positive. So with respect to rho, so assumed direction is like this, but the r vector direction is opposite to assumed direction. So for that we need to use minus r. Then last vector, and also here also the increasing direction of rho is along this direction. So we are assumed direction is just opposite. So we need to have minus rho into a rho is equal to 0. So from this we can find the r value. So what is the r value? R is nothing but z a z minus rho into a rho. So this is the r value. You can write and directly here r is equal to h into, sorry, here along the h direction, along the z direction we have the height is h, simply z is replaced by h. So then we get the answer as r is equal to h a z minus rho a rho, and also dl. So differential dl can be written as, so this is along the radial length, so we can written this dl as rho d phi. So this is differential length with respect to phi, and the unit vector is along the phi itself. So this is considered as equation 3, and r can be written as equation number 2. So now we can find the cross product of these two components. So here we need to find the cross product of dl and r. So from this 2 and 3, equation 2 and 3 3 we can find the cross product. First write the component along cylindrical coordinates are a rho, a phi, a z. Next we need to define the dl component. So dl is along here, dl is along a phi only. So correspondingly we have rho into d phi. And what about r? So r we have with respect to a rho we have minus rho, with respect to z we have h. So with respect to a rho we have minus rho, and a z we have the h. So now simply take determinant. So a rho into product of this minus product of this, then we get this one, minus a phi into product of this 2, that is 0, minus this, the value is 0, minus 0, 0, plus a z into product of this 0, here one minus product of this 2, here we have minus, formula itself we have a minus, minus of minus become plus, then we get rho squared into d phi. So this is rho squared into d phi. So now left over this a phi term, then we get equation number 4, rho h d phi a rho, here rho squared d phi into a z. This is equation number 4. So substitute equation number 2, 3 and 4 in equation 1 we get. So now substitute equation 2, 3 and equation 4 in equation 1. Then we get the equation dh is become dh is equal to I into, so this is the value, that is dl cross r. dl cross r vector is replaced by this total term dl cross r. Then in the denominator we have r divided by r cube. So this value already defined cross product. So now from this we can take r value. What is r value? R is nothing but, that is mod r is nothing but simply square root of h squared plus rho squared, h squared plus rho squared. So from this we can define h squared plus rho squared whole power 1 by 2, h squared plus whole squared whole power 1 by 2. So now we need to have r cube. R cube means simply here put one r cube, here also is multiplied with 3. So then the power become h squared plus rho squared whole power 3 by 2. So that is mentioned here, h squared plus rho squared whole power 3 by 2. This is mentioned as equation number 5. So by this symmetry, the contribution along a rho add up to 0 because the radial component produced by pair of current element 180 degree apart and cancel each other. So the concept here is, while considering this loop, after 180 degree displacement we have the same component corresponding to this point. So these two are just opposite direction, these two are cancel each other. So like that each and every differential component along a phi is cancel with respect to 180 degree displacement, because we have after 180 degree same component is there with opposite sign. So this a phi term is cancelled due to symmetry. So in the equation, so we need to left this term, there is a rho component is 0, that is a rho is added to 0. So then we equation become, then above equation 5 become dh is equal to I into rho squared d phi a z divided by 4 pi rho squared plus h squared whole power 3 by 2. So simply equation 5 can be written like this. After the substitution of this symmetricity property, then equation 5 becomes like this. So now, so h can be found by simply integration of dh. Simply integration of dh is become h, is already we all know about this. H is equal to integral of this point. So here the differential integrated term is d phi. D phi is nothing but minimum value is 0 and maximum value is 360. So we can define, that is circular rotation, minimum value is 0, maximum value is 2 pi. Simply substitute the limit, take constant term outside, constant term. So here only I is constant, rho squared is constant, 4 phi is constant, rho squared plus h squared whole power 3 by 2 is constant. Only remaining term left over is integration of d phi is multiplied with a z. So what is integration of d phi? It's become integration of d phi is become phi. Then we need to apply the limit 0 to 2 pi. That is the step here. Integration of d phi become phi. The limit is 0 to 2 pi. Is multiplied with az. So then we get simply substitute the limit. Then we get a 2 pi here. So instead of this, we have the answer as 2 pi. Now simply cancel the pi, and this 2 and 4 get cancelled, is become 2. Then finally we get the answer as h is equal to I rho square divided by 2 into h squared plus rho squared whole power 3 by 2 into az. This is the final result corresponding to circular loop, that is magnetic flux intensity due to circular ring. Next video will be on magnetic field intensity due to solenoid coil. Okay, thank you for watching. Thank you all.